they were doing things a little differently. Just saying, due to the coronavirus. So today I had my great friend I met while I was at Northeastern University, Camara Johnson, which is electrical engineer now. And this is another episode of It Factor. The day I just started off with saying congratulations to you, for meeting that milestone and getting your master's degree. That's a major milestone. I'm so proud of you because I know how hard NEU is, and I know how hard engineering and the tech degree in general is. So I'm just proud of you for that, man. So I started off with some simple, how was it working for your engineering companies once you graduated college? Like, how was it when you first started?
Sure. So I kind of started working before I officially graduated. So I'm still finishing up my thesis and stuff. So it was a bit of a challenge, but it was really good. I was the youngest hire that they had. I work for Merson. It's an electrical power company that designs fuses and fuse holders. Mm-hmm. So they really embraced me. I was able to learn a lot, and just because of my attitude of what can I do and what can I learn, the older people really took to me and would just be come on, let me go show you this. So I was able to sit in on a lot of meetings and just learn different aspects of the company pretty quickly. Due to COVID, I've been at home, so I haven't been able to continue my training there, but hopefully things get better. But yeah, I really enjoyed the company. Through my interview process, I was I like my boss. I could tell I liked him. It wasn't just a quota, I don't feel for them. I feel they really valued my ideas.
I like that, man, because I feel even with me, my job, I feel when I went in, I felt they really wanted me there, and even now working for them, it's been a year now, and I feel they really it's not just because I'm the black guy, it's hey, you're another guy that know how to do tech things, so that makes me feel good, and my team, I'm the only black guy, but I feel a lot of work that I do, they're wow, I'm glad you can do that, man. You can help us out. Or I'll be able to implement a lot of things and learn a lot of things from them, from being a nice dude I've been, just working hard. So I would say the same thing. Once you do, everything that is going to work out. And once it does work out, you're going to be fine. And once you get back to work, just do what you usually do. You got to be fine at work. But we're going through some crazy times right now. That's pretty much that. But I'm glad we're able to do this today. So how was it transitioning from the University of Hampton University to going to NEU?
So just my entire educational experience has been all Black. So my preschool through high school was a very small, private, African-centered school. So it was a culture shock to go from there, and then Hampton, which is an HBCU, to Northeastern, which is a PWI. Mm-hmm. It was a bit of an adjustment, as you know.
Right.
However, I will say I grew a lot while I was at Northeastern. PWIs, especially Northeastern, they have so many resources that and a smaller HBCU wouldn't really have. So I got a lot of resources, I got a lot of opportunities. My professional network increased just based on the S-Power program, Brad, Dean Harris, Claire, all of that. I worked with them throughout the summers as well. So it was an adjustment, but I'm grateful for that period in my life because I feel that has helped me be the well-rounded engineer I am today. And I think both experiences, HBCU experiences and PWI, were definitely important. I'm glad I had the HBCU as my foundation.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing, man. That's beautiful. And that's even going to piggyback off my next question. So what was any differences from the HBCU versus PWI? And, I could chime in a little bit if you need any
So, I mean, my HBCU Hampton it's like Hampton, Virginia, and that's kind of the only thing in that town. So it's like everybody in the school kind of you might not know each other, but you all know each other's faces. Whereas on Northeastern's campus, it's so many students. Times and it's a big university. It's a bit overwhelming. The teachers kind of expect for you to know certain things that you might not know. Also, I had a little bit of an issue when I first got there. So my research group was all like Chinese students. And it was a little isolating at first because they would just speak Chinese in the office. And it's like, how am I going to build relationships with you all if you all are kind of like acting out?
I remember that. I remember that right there.
Yeah, so it kind of took me a while, and then I had to like kind of step outside of myself to be like, okay, well, am I trying hard enough? And kind of towards the end, I built like better relationships and was comfortable asking them questions. But when you get there and it's just you and one other Black girl in all of your classes, it's a bit daunting, and it's a bit isolating. But again, thankfully I had, S-Power, so that was a resource to tap into and get that sense of like community when you needed it.
Right. Okay then. How is it being a Black woman in the engineering field?
I think it's a really exciting time to be a Black woman in engineering. Like, I know so many amazing, intelligent Black engineering women. I think it's our time because it's like companies are really, putting forth the efforts to like make sure that there's more representation. So that's exciting. I haven't really felt like any negative aspects personally for me in like the field. Like I haven't felt any negative aspects. In my company, I'm the only Black woman engineer. But I don't feel it necessarily. Like they don't make me feel like an outcast. I think it's a really good time for Black people in engineering because showing how smart and brilliant we are, and we're showing that we work really, really hard. So people have no choice but to see it.
Yeah, I feel the same way, like being a Black man. Even though I'm the only person on my team, like I said earlier, I feel like a lot of projects they give me, they like, hey, man, I'm glad you can do that with me, man. Or like I teach them something. Like I taught a guy that been there for like 4 years, something like simple. And I was like, he's like, dang, man, I'm glad you was able to teach me that. I was like, I went home, once I went home, like, wow, that's crazy. You ain't just viewing me as, Black guy on the team. You're like, oh, he actually knows something, And then they want to know more about some of the schools we probably went to. And then when I told them I went to both schools, they're like, wow, like, hey, how did you do that? And I told them about the program and everything like that. It's like, that's amazing. And then I also learned that even though I feel like I didn't learn a lot at CAU, like to help me out in my career, I feel like it gave me that foundation to know how to ask questions, learn, know who to speak to, and like how to build a network so that you can get to know those different things you need to know, in corporate America. So that was fun.
Like an air of confidence and give
right. Like, I don't feel like nervous no more. Or like even when if I could go back to any of you now, I know I'd be good because like working in corporate America kind of changed it for me. Like being at home, I mean like being there and like working, I feel like I'm at home every time I go work.
Yeah.
Even with COVID and working from home, guys will leave me a project and they'll be like, man, I'm glad you got half that done because it was hard for me. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna need you to do the rest of this, but I still pat myself on the back, like, wow, a year ago, if you told me I was gonna be doing this, I was like, nah, I don't think I would be, because I was nervous about, being at work, being the only Black guy, So, moving along, if you had anything to change about your journey, what would it be?
I think my undergrad, I would have been more involved in like NSBE and SWE. Like I was like the Miss IEEE at my school, but like I wasn't super involved. Like I would have been more involved. But Now, I really wouldn't change anything. Like undergrad, I was a year late graduating and I was super, upset about that.
Right.
But if I wasn't that year late, then this Northeastern opportunity wouldn't have come.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, things work out how they're supposed to work out.
Right.
Because like I got my grad school completely paid for,
Mm-hmm.
and like people that cared about my success even after. So I don't really, just I would be more involved. That's kind of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is your it factor? Why you do what you do?
For me, I think it's just how into things I get. Like if I'm a part of a project or a team, or I'm so dedicated and into it, and that's what makes people want to keep working with me because they know I'm reliable and Kamara's gonna get it done. Kamara got it. Like I think that's my it factor is if you give me something, I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Why I do what I do. I've always wanted to know why things are the way they are, and then once I realized I can be the one that like makes things better,
Mm-hmm.
like an exciting thing to me, and like just to be able to better things. Like I want to get into energy, like long term. That's really what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that I can help the planet in like a small way is exciting to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. What changes would you like to see in the tech field for Black women and Black people in general?
I would like to see us in more leadership positions in the tech.
Same.
Because like I know we're in there, like we're coming full force. It's just we need more
visual.
Yeah,
I need to be able to
visual.
see you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and it's not just be like one or two people in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Be like up the chain of command, like you see more representation. That's what I would like to see. But I feel like it's coming. I feel like right now companies are doing things to save face kind of, but it's pointing things out that are super obvious so you can't turn away from it anymore. So I feel like as we continue to move forward, we'll see more of us.
Right. Yeah. And then like crazy thing is it was like 2 weeks ago, we had the Black Talk, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of them. Man, Kamara, man, I should have texted you. I told Nina, man, let's just say it was crickets at first. And us being Black, it was like, whoa, I don't want to. It was like in my head, like, do you be the token Black dude? Do you do this? And I said, you know what, man, let me go. This came up today for a reason. So I kind of told him, I hold my emotions back. I didn't want to, because I got to a point where I was just like, wow, y'all really want to talk about this? Now I was just going and told him, like, I don't feel any racism at work, and if I do, I will speak out on it. But I would love to see more Black people, in a head position or a head developer that I can reach out to. And they ain't got to just be on my team. And then I talk to them about, the reason why I do, I want to be a college professor. So I kind of talked to them the reason why I do want to do that. And I also said how I want to help kids learn how to, get into corporate America, even though that's why I started the podcast. So you can learn about it, do with it. But kids want to see, and people in general want to see their face. Like I want to see my people. I don't care if it's a woman or a man. I want to see you. And I also want to be known, and they was asking like, why don't you never talk about any issues that you face leaving work? And I said, because when I come to work, it's work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to come be the token Black dude y'all want me to be like, I can't believe this happened to, so-and-so, or this happened to me the other day. I'm like, no, I take that stuff home. They was trying to talk about like, you should speak out about it or this. And I was like, nah, I'm okay.
Yeah, because then it's just like, y'all are going to be like, oh, you're whining.
Are you always have a problem with nope, not doing it, not letting that? And I was taught that too. Like you don't take work to work. That's even why like hanging out with them and stuff. You're not my friends, man. Y'all my coworkers. Y'all my coworkers. I'm glad I work with you guys. And that'll be that. But
I wonder if that's a cultural thing, because like I find that, yeah, like we know, okay, work home, but it's
I think it's a cultural thing, but I also think it's like a field thing because my girl a teacher, so like she gonna make friends. And I told her, she was like, "Why you don't make friends at work?" And I was like, "It's not that I don't make friends. I make associates that I can get stuff done. Not saying, but they asked me to hang out with them. But I live in when you come here, I'll show you. Like I live on a whole nother side from where my job is, like 45 minutes away. You really think I'm gonna drive back out there to hang out with you? No, I'm not doing it. And then on top of that, it's like I don't like to have my work life with my home life. I don't want you to see what I do. Because you take that back to the office.
Yeah, bring it up in the office. Yeah, I get that.
So we had that talk, and they were just like speechless. But I got so many messages afterwards, like, "We're here for you. I know Black people that are in this." Like one lady on my team, which I look up to her, like, she look out for me all the time. She's a Filipino lady, and she was just saying, like, I'm here for you. I don't know much about racism, but I do know that you guys face it. I have faced it before, but I know it's not the same amount of what you have faced. And I was just like, yeah. And she was just like, I do want to put you on to like certain developers or certain people that work in our field that are Black. And I was like, that's cool. She was like, and I just figured that I just realized that you was the first person that's Black on our team. Like we haven't had a Black person on our team. And then she came back and said, I realized that you was the only person that we had nobody for you that can connect with you. Because like my dude that's supposed to be over me is like an Indian guy, which I'm not mad about it. But we don't talk. Like we talk like for one project and that was it. And I was just like, he always come up and stuff, and I'm like, my boss would be like, "So have you talked to Sansa?" I'm like, I email him when I need something, but it's not like,
it's not
how
like
your life doing? How your family doing? So, but I expect it. I mean, work is work. But I feel like it do have to change, and that's basically what I told him in the call. I told him that we have to keep these conversations going. It ain't just got to be because it's a Black situation or just because someone passed away due to police brutality or any of those things. I said we need to keep these talks coming because, if I have a problem, I'm Jeremy. I'm going to speak out about it. Like, look, like I did at NEU. Like, hey, look, man, I'm going to career. I'm going to get my degree by any means necessary, but this ain't it, So, yeah, man. But anytime that talk come up, speak out about it. That's my advice for you, if you want to.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you have any questions for me?
With like COVID and everything, like, have you been doing any like side projects aside from this, like just your own personal engineering stuff or computer science stuff?
Side project versus I've been working on like getting more people onto the the podcast. I have been doing that. I haven't been doing that much with computer science, but I have been like trying to see how when COVID's over, how I can go to my college and participate in like some of their little tech days with the young people and trying to figure out what I can teach them or something like that. Because I was doing that the year before I graduated. Me and one of my line brothers I used to teach Czech and he taught like literature. And like I like doing it because, kids, when they see us, they're like, oh, two Black men, they happy that they see that we're doing these things. And I was saying that if I could bring those kids from the elementary school to Clark so that they can see what we're doing at the university. And also working on another book, working on a children's book about generational wealth and trying to get that off the ground. So it was easy to write. I'm almost done with it. I'm just trying to fill some more things in. I have some more stuff coming out on that. And just been trying to just stay focused on the task I want to make happen.
Yeah.
And I'm also in grad school too. So
yeah, how's that going?
It's cool, man. I took a little break, but I'll be back. I got 5 more courses. So myself, I gave myself a gift to take a little break, and then I'm gonna come back. It's every 7 weeks. Every 7 weeks, take a new course. So I'll hopefully be done in May, but I'm not rushing. Once I'm done, I want to work on becoming a college professor. So I'm gonna start working on that. But my stuff been online. It's kind of hectic sometimes, but I push through it.
Yeah, like how is that, like doing everything online, or was it always online?
Yeah, it was always online when I started. I started in January, But it's been fun. Shoot, I had 10 courses to take. I got 5 done, made some good grades in the courses. The only thing that's hard is like not being able to reach out to the professor like you want to reach out.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest thing ever. But other than that, it's not that bad.
Face to face, like,
like, look here, can you help me? Look, this is the reason why I'm having this problem.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's fine, man. School, and that big problem. But
have you had more time, like, to see your friends or just keep your mental health together?
Yes, I have had time to see friends. Like my friend helped me do everything, like my media thing, like shoot everything, record it for me. Like my best friend, I see him like probably twice a week. I see him, then see other friends, and able to spend time with my girlfriend. So that's good. We always together now because of COVID. We got to be in the house. But like I have been able to go see my mom and stuff, and not have to take no PTO because COVID. So that's the blessing. You know, you've been able to go in and see family, but I kind of keep it limited because it's like I don't want to bring you anything, or you know, that's the only thing. But other than that, I try to get out and do things because that keeps my mental state good.
Yeah.
But I don't be I be trying to get out of the house because you know, sitting in the house, not the funniest thing in the world.
That's why I'm leaving, because it's just like, all right, like, you know, I felt like I was sacrificing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go do this degree, get this degree. Then I was like, okay, well, I'm working, let me stay. Now I'm just like, okay, well, I need to for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. It's gonna be fine though. Like, my best thing for you, I'm glad you got that degree, but now I know you're gonna be like, you're gonna get you a nice little job at the crib and you're gonna be happy. Because I ain't got that against Boston, man, but I did not like it.
Yeah, it's not a terrible place, but it's just not
for me.
Enough of me here.
Right. Me and my family wasn't up there either, you know. I just had you, a couple more people, you know, y'all was friends. So it's like, it ain't nothing like family.
Yeah, really, it really isn't.
Yeah, man. So with that, you know, another great episode of It Factor, you know. Please, thank you for being on the episode, being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It means a lot for you to be on the show. Glad we stay in contact too.
Yes, always.
Is there anything you would like to shout out? Any person, anything?
My family, S-Power, of course. I want to shout out you all because this is a really cool podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, family, friends, boyfriend, power. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, man. This is the It Factor, man. It's another episode. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you'd like to see, you know, and thank you for another episode. Thank you, Camara.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.